hope you're having a great day today. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is starting out. It's going to be a baking day, people. We're going to do some baking. I'm going to start out by making some sub bread, make some cookies, some treats, things like that. I don't always do it, but I really enjoyed when I used to do like one day of baking and getting a lot of things made for the whole week. We'll see how that goes. I'll see how my day rolls. I have good intentions to start. We'll just see what the day does and how it goes about, and all the things you have to do as a mom and the things you have to do in your home. It's like sometimes you have good intentions starting out, and then it's like, okay, things fall apart, and you're like, okay, I just can do what I can do. But I'm hoping to start strong here and finish strong. We'll see how the day rolls. So we're gonna have a great day today. So what I've done right now, I've already started making. I'm gonna make some sub bread today. So I've got a new recipe. I tried a different one. It was like copycat Subway buns, and those were good. I'm gonna try just this different one here. I'll save it, we'll try it, see how it works. That's the key. The last one I made always made like a little bit more, and we had a lot of extra. So this one's a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna do a small size. Small size, there's literally only about 3 cups of flour. I'm like, okay, that's tiny, but that'll work for what I need. I'm like, I'm kind of planning ahead of how many people are gonna eat, how much I'm gonna have. So I'm like, let's just go small size on it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great day. You ready for a great day? I'm ready for a good day. I've got some encouragement for you as well. This comes from Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. It's good to share your love of Christ with others. And why? Why is that? Why do we need to tell people that we love Jesus? Why do we need to tell people that's the reason why I get up and go for my day? Why do we need to do those things? Because there's so much darkness in this world, and there is like zero hope on like pushing through. It's good when times are good, like times are good. And I can even say this from a believer point. It's like when life goes great, it's like, yeah, it's very easy to praise the Lord. It's very easy to say, yeah, it's gonna be amazing, life is good. But when like the rain comes, the storms come, even as believers, I know myself, I do the same thing. Not always trying to get better. It's easy to lose that hope. And so when you don't have the belief in Jesus, your hope is gone. It's like, what do you have to hope for? What do you have to live for? You feel like there's nothing. So as a believer, yes, it's easy to get into that depression. Yes, it's easy to get, we shouldn't as believers not, because we do have that hope. And so if you get in that mindset, you got to get out of it real quick. And so we are to share that love of Christ with others because they need that hope. They need that hope to keep going in this life. And why? Because they have a purpose on this earth. They have a purpose. God has a plan for them, and it's for good, and it's for great things. They just need to find out what that is, right? So they can complete his plan on this earth. And that's a beautiful thing. Give them a purpose. He'll fill them with joy. It'll be much more beautiful than anything they could have ever imagined. So it's important for us to let our light shine brightly in this darkness, because it's dark. It's a dark, dark world, right? Just turn on the news. It's a dark, dark world. But you know what? The thing is, it's been dark like this since the beginning of time. I know people say it's so much worse now. No, it's not so much worse now. It's just that you have access to everything on your phone. So it's right up in your face. It's been going on for a long time. The world has been a mess. Go read the Old Testament. Look how bad and horrible the earth was back then. It was so bad. God said there was not a single person on this earth that was good except Noah. Just Noah and his family. That's it. The rest of the earth was so bad. That's almost everybody. So our world right now, it's not everybody. Yes, there's a majority of bad, but there's always been a majority of bad. There's still a lot of believers in there, right? It's not as bad as before. So it's so important for us to keep shining our light, to give hope to the ones that don't have it, and even for the ones that have it, but it just gets a little bit dim because it happens. It happens in me. I know it happens in other people, and you got to keep going. You got to keep going forward with this thing called life. God has a plan. Even though things might look dim and dark, guess what? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's all the stuff coming around at you. It's hard to see that light at the end, but we got to get to the end of that light because there is a goodness at the end. God promises those things. He doesn't promise a perfect day. Doesn't promise perfect rainbows and sunshines all day long. No, he promises to get you through that, and that he is going to work things out for your good, to give you that hope, to give you that future. Beautiful thing. So let your light shine in this dark, dark world. Okay, we're gonna start food. Ready to start food? All right, let's go. Let me give you the recipe that I found here. This one is, oh, my phone locked up on me. I'm gonna make this in my bread machine because I want to make some other things. So this one is, you take 1 cup of warm water, a tablespoon of yeast, a tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I didn't have to mix it up in here. I could have just put it right in here, but I didn't. So I'm gonna put mine in my bread machine so that this can do the work while I am doing something else. I still like my bread machine. I find it's a great investment. Let me see here. I think you just add everything to it. It says add 1 cup, let it mix, but I think I can do all of it. Okay, let's do 2.5 cups. We're gonna turn it on. Let's add, it's 2 3/4 cups, so we'll do 2.5. Always do a little bit less because humidity, who knows, your water, the flour, it all can do different things. So we'll do 2.5 cups and then we'll add the rest later if I need it. And I'm just gonna turn it on dough, which is 10, and start. We'll let it do its thing there and mix up, and then let me get my stuff for my next one. Okay, I'm gonna do cookies over here instead of over there because the light is really bright. So we're gonna make, we're making the same ones. I'm not making anything different. And, oh, I just put the wrong thing, hold on. I know people like variety, they like trying a whole bunch of new things, and there's a lot of channels that will try out 10,000 different cookies so that you can have variety, but I'm doing more what our life is. And so for our life, this is what my family likes. They like these cookies, hold on, it's routine. Routine, like my mom made the same kind of things that we like. She mixed things up a little bit, but for the most part, she made the same stuff. So I don't want to make a ton of stuff that my family's not going to eat. And yes, I can make, they don't mind different things. I'm not saying they don't mind different things, but these are a cookie that we have found we really, really like. They turn out great, like no problems. It's Mama Bell's from Just the Bells. I think it's Just the Bells 10. I keep saying that. Watch her channel. She's got a lot of kiddos, and she does food, and she does amazing. This has been a game changer for cookies. It's one of those, the key is it's the packet vanilla pudding that you add to it that makes it perfect. So what I'm gonna do here is this is butter and shortening, and then I'm gonna put in, it's 2/3 cup of butter, 2/3 cup of shortening. Mix that up, and I'm gonna add a cup of brown sugar and regular sugar. So let me put this up, and then I'll go get my sugars. And you're gonna add in a cup of each sugar. 1 cup of regular and 1 cup of brown. You add 2 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Let it do its thing, and then over here, I'm gonna get out some flour. You're gonna add 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda, and an instant vanilla pudding packet. Perfect cookies, perfect cookies. There will be nothing wrong with these. They will be great. I'm gonna turn my oven on to get them preheated so we can bake them. Okay, I decided to switch out pans here, or bowls, put the cookie dough in here, and I'll start putting on the cookie sheet as soon as the oven is almost heated up. So the next thing I'm gonna make is some peanut butter balls, like Buckeye balls. You guys know what those are, right? I usually make these at Christmas time, but it has been requested by one of my children to make some peanut butter balls, and I was like, I can make some peanut butter balls. I'm like, we haven't made those in a little while. Did I even make any at Christmas this year? I don't know. This year was a little bit different. I understand that. Moving to Florida, we probably had popsicles at Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't. We didn't. I don't think we did we? No. I'm gonna, so this we've been making forever. I've got it in my cookbook here. I'm gonna do, I think I just have like 1 time, like a small amount here, the regular recipe, so you just multiply. So I'm gonna do a cup of peanut butter. And hold on, a cup of peanut butter and 2 cups of powdered sugar in here with 6 tablespoons of butter. This recipe, these things, I remember being a kid, and they weren't as big as they are now, or where I live, they weren't as big as they are now. And I remember going to a, what was it, a Bible, like vacation Bible school with one of my friends, and they had these at their vacation Bible school, and I thought they were so good. I was little. I would have been little, like way below in elementary school. And I gotta pay attention here. And I remember having them, and I thought they were so good. And I was asking my mom, I'm like, well, I wonder how we can make those because they're so good. I'm like, they were just like peanut butter and chocolate. So I would always, so I was trying to create it, you know, as a child, because it wasn't something our family had. So it, you know, and there's no internet. And if your family didn't make it, you didn't really have it. Hold on, just to get all my ingredients here. So it was one of those things we didn't have growing up, so it was not something we knew how to make. So then I tried making it myself, and I just mixed in, I would take peanut butter and I mix it up with chocolate chips, and I'd mix it, and I'd be like, why does this not taste like that? And I was just a little kid, let me mix this up. Tried my best, but then I realized it's powdered sugar that you mix in there to make it all delicious. So one of those childhood things that you loved, and you're like, where did this come from? But now I think everybody makes some Buckeye balls. We do it. I'm gonna mix this first, the butter and peanut butter. Get those mixed, and then I'm gonna add in powdered sugar to it. Okay, that's mixed. Let me do cookies here and put them in the oven. And these are real simple to roll into a ball. Back in the day, we would do like ×8 of that recipe, where we used an entire thing of peanut butter. Times have changed, definitely times have changed. So these will be good. And then these are great because none of this stuff, like the cookies, you can freeze. Nobody, like for some reason, if for some crazy reason, because I've had it happen before, they decide not to eat a ton, they can go in the freezer and you can pull them out and they'd be fine. Same thing with these peanut butter balls. That's probably where I'll store them, is in the freezer, just because they won't melt and they'll be good that way. So this is perfect. I don't have it. I was just thinking I don't even have melting chocolate, so I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm gonna use is we have, for s'mores, we bought those chocolate bars. Well, we had s'mores outside the last time. I don't know, we cooked hot dogs, and the amount of time we cooked a hot dog, and then by the time we made our s'mores, the chocolate was all melted. So it was like, not all, but pretty much. So I was like, oh, that's bad. So I just threw them in the freezer, but they're all pretty messy because, you know, it's smushed in the package. So I'm thinking I will take that out of the freezer, and I can basically set it outside. It'll melt for me. No, not outside. I will just put it in the microwave. And then we'll have, it's just like milk chocolate and dark chocolate. I can mix it together, and I'll see how many more I have. I've got some other ones. I put some chocolate chips in there too. Okay, perfect. Look at, what did that make? 15, maybe 20 little peanut butter balls. So this is good. I'm gonna put these in the freezer so they freeze solid. Something else that one of my kids requested was the refrigerated pickles. They really like those. And so, okay, so I made them last year. I made one batch way too sour on it. And the second batch I made, it was great. I didn't label it in my video, so I don't know which one it was. One of my viewers came around and like sent me an email and said, this is the video where your pickles are in. I saved that forever. Saved the email forever. And I was like, you know what, I'll hold on to it because eventually I will make them again. You think I'd write it in my cookbook? Let me double check. I don't think I did. So I'm a get rid of her, throw away her, and I did not save the email again. It was months later. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just look next year. So I have no idea what my measurements are. I'm looking at all of this. Oh, I did. Never mind. Never mind. I did. Okay, perfect. I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't even know if they're, never mind, cool, I wanted to try one. This one was good. It's 4 cups of water, 2 cups of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of salt, and a teaspoon of sugar. Perfect. I'm gonna put that in here, make a brine on the stove, and then we will cut up cucumbers, put them in jars, put them in the refrigerator. Easy. That's so funny. I was like thinking, I'm like, why did I not just write it down? I actually did. It's good. Sometimes you surprise yourself. Okay, salt. I think I use regular salt, so that's why there's a little bit more. You're supposed to use, what is it? The canning salt, whatever one that is called. I need some sugar. Just need a teaspoon of sugar. I've got flecks of black pepper in it because it's mixed in my salt. Let me put it over here. My other cookies should be done. The dough is doing good in here, rising up, doing its thing. I'm gonna slide this over. And what I'm gonna make right here is, I've looked in the pantry and I forgot I got cherry pie filling. So I've got pie crust because they were cheaper than, I feel like they were only a couple bucks, and I was like, wow, that's cheap compared to what, you know, pie crusts go up to normally. And you can never find them. Or I feel like last year they went up a lot. So I've got them, I gotta put some in my refrigerator. They're in my refrigerator, I need to put them in my freezer. Because I won't do, like we don't really do pies, I guess, that much. Nobody like loves pies. Greg likes the mini pies, Maddie likes the mini pies. We like the little chocolate ones during the holidays, but not something all the time. And I was gonna do like chicken pot pie maybe. So we'll see. We'll see, but anyways, I've got this. So I'm gonna, because I just won, I'm gonna take this, and what you do is you cut it a little bit bigger than the muffin tin right here, and then I'm gonna put cherry pie filling in the middle and make little pies. I think one of these makes 8. Yes, there's food all over that. That's okay, it's right on there. It's burned on there. So let's make, I think it's 8, let's see. I'm pretty sure that's the size. Yep, okay, I gotta spray this first. Spray this and cut them out. We did this with all different pie flavors last year. A couple times I did this. It was good. Just mini little pies. I used to have these little bowls and they had like the crimped edges. I think it's more for like the graham cracker pie crust. I don't even know if you could bake them. They're a little thin. I'm gonna say they're more like aluminum. Those would be really good probably for doing mini ones like this. But this is fun. You can just do it right here in your cupcake pan. This would be a nice little treat. Let's see how many we get. I think if you cut it right, you get 8. I think I'm gonna barely get 8. If I get 8, and then I think you get 9 if you roll those pieces together. Okay, not bad at all. If you really don't want to, just throw this part away. But you roll it out real quick. It's not a big deal. I'll roll it out with the other ones, so you can get probably a bigger one. Look at that, perfect. Let's cut these out. Put them real close together, almost right on the line. Okay, 8 is how many you're gonna get. I was just thinking, how many do you get? Put these in here. So one can does one crust. So you can't remember that. One and then some crust. So this will be good. I got another one. I'm just gonna kind of fill as much as I can in here. I don't like cherry pie. I was like, I don't like this. So this one is Aldi. Aldi definitely has, look at no high fructose corn syrup. Interesting. What do they put in here? Same thing. Oh, they do corn syrup. Okay, so not as many cherries in this one, more the thickener. This has more cherries. This is redder though, it looks prettier. But see, it's brighter. The Walmart one's a lot brighter on this side than the Aldi one, but I think Greg, I mean, they both like either one, Maddie and him, but he said the Aldi one was fine. So this is good. I'll put these in the oven. The only bad thing about overfilling is sometimes the sauce will get over the edge and then it kind of sticks. You just gotta be really careful. You either can have messy ones or you can have just not full ones, but I didn't want to waste any of the pie filling because I have nothing else to do with it. So I'm gonna put this, I'll put this in the bottom of the oven. This is a mixture of milk chocolate bars, dark chocolate bars, and some chocolate chips. Just stir these and see if I can get some dipping chocolate. I'm not sure how much. I can melt more if I need to. Just don't know. It's a small batch, so I will just dip it and let it dry. I think this will work. If it's too thick, you can always add shortening to it. Perfect. And my bread dough is rising up real good. I read, the lady said that if you do it in a bread machine, let the bread machine go through the full cycle. So I've got 15 more minutes left. And then I'm gonna roll it out and roll it into 4 logs. Just small size, I know, just 4. That's so tiny. And I shut my water off from boiling for the brine. That's gotta cool before I add it to the cucumbers. I think this will be good to dip the peanut butter in. Has anyone come up with the perfect way to dip these and not have a lot of chocolate on the bottom? Without standing here forever to let all the last little bit of chocolate dip off. I've done it with pretzels. Like I can do it where you dip them in, or we use the chopsticks or the bamboo sticks and let it hang over the pan. And that gets most of it off so it doesn't leave the bottom. But how do you do it for the balls? I've done a toothpick, but the problem is part of the stuff always breaks off. So what is the best way? I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to do more chocolate. I mean, I don't think the kids are gonna complain for a little bit more chocolate at all. I'll definitely have to do some more chocolate here. This will be good. Simple tray. I'm like sitting right under the air conditioning vent, so it's like, these are hardening up right away. I should step outside and do this. I'm gonna have to melt some more chocolate and put this in the microwave and do this again. So I only ended up throwing a little bit away, which was good. I'm gonna take my bread dough, it's pretty much done, and roll it out into 4 loaves and set it in my silicone pan here. Like, I say pan, but it's like a little piece of silicone, whatever, mold. Put it on a pan, and then that will sit for about an hour to rise, and then sit till double, and then put it in the oven. So I'm gonna let these rise up for about an hour and see how they do. Looking at my time because I gotta run out the door, and this will be good. Other cookies are done. Pick up my mess I have. We'll see what else we're gonna do. I'm just waiting on the cherry pies in the oven. I'm gonna do the pickles real quick. I'm just gonna basically cut up cucumbers, put them in the jar. I've got a blob of garlic because that's how I froze mine. I'm gonna kind of cut that in half, put one in one, one in the other. And then I've got freeze-dried dill. That works a little bit better than regular dill weed. Fresh is great, but I couldn't find any back in the mountains, so I used freeze-dried. It worked fine. And then this is this regular? This might just be regular dill weed. It is, because the freeze-dried is a little bit brighter and I did use that up. It'll be fine. Just use a little bit more. It's good. And then I've got this. This keeps them a little bit more crispy. Whatever you got, you use. And then put these in the refrigerator probably to like a day or two, and they get real nice and crisp and delicious. You can keep testing them, tasting them, see what texture you like of them. Definitely, that was enough for probably three batches. It's a great way to use up cucumbers that are almost going bad. Those weren't going bad, but just a way to use them up because I bought them purposely to make these. These came out of the oven all nice and bubbly. Looking good. I will let those cool really good. I'm gonna take a little break and do some stuff, and I'll see if I come back and make any more. I'm never worried about how aesthetic it looks. It's more of how many I can fit under this lid. And this is a good lid. This is plastic, so it holds a whole lot of cookies in here. This is good. I just put my bread in the oven. My pies, I'm gonna scoop them out of the pan there and put them in a dish or like a container so they stay. It's hard because you can't stack them. You gotta be real careful. And I guess I can get out, you know what, I was thinking I can get out the one that I have a cupcake pan. That's what I'll get and put them in there. Okay, got the pies in the pan there. I'm gonna do some coffee. I'm gonna do the Tim Horton coffee. Try the cold brew with, I think you just add creamer to it, right? And make it like a cold coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then get my ingredients out for the sub mixture. I'm gonna chop up some onions and peppers and just basically boil them in like a pan with the roast beef. I guess you could cook them separately, but we've always done it that way, so I'll probably just do that. I'll drink this and let you know. I didn't realize that you have to add water to it, so that's why I poured it out and measured it. Okay, I'm gonna get dinner rolling and done. What I'm gonna do, remember my cabbage vegetable soup? I pulled 3 of these out of the freezer. I'm gonna heat those up. That's gonna be dinner tonight. And then I'm gonna take my roast beef. I'm gonna slice it a little bit so it's a little bit thinner, chop up onion and the pepper, beef broth, come to a boil, let it kind of simmer. That's gonna be it. We'll put it on the sub buns when they're done with provolone cheese tonight, and then we can add mild pepper rings if we want, or any kind of yummy lettuce, any kind of toppings that you want for it. I think that'll be an easy dinner, and that'll be like all I have to do today. For lunch, there's still mac and cheese. There's still some of that rice enchilada from yesterday. Kids are grabbing that. It's easy. Looking at like everything for dinner tonight, and I'm like thinking ahead. I was gonna just cut half of that roast beef up and then put the rest back in the refrigerator, and I thought maybe I could just freeze it for another meal. But I'm thinking that because the date is like, I mean, it's still got a little bit more on it, but lunch meat's one of those things like it only lasts so long. So I'm thinking I'll just make all of it up, which looks really good. This looks really good over here. This is boiling away here. I don't know, maybe some people like saute the onions first. We've always just kind of boiled it in here with the onions and the peppers. You can do shredded beef too. This is just really good. We like it this way. I don't even know, I'm not gonna call it a Philly cheesesteak because it's not a Philly cheesesteak. It's a roast beef lunch meat with onions, peppers, and beef broth. That's the kind of sandwich it is. So, and then we've got soup back here. But the sub buns look really good. They're turning out really good in here. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, and I thought I'll just do a small batch and then just put the rest of the meat away. But then I'm thinking ahead to like Greg's lunches, and I thought, why don't I just mix up another batch of dough real quick in the bread machine, and then I can have sandwiches for him for the rest of the week, which will be good. He'll eat. He doesn't care what he has, whatever. He doesn't care. He likes bologna. He says bologna's fine with him, but it doesn't mind having something else. Like today I made turkey and tomato sandwiches. It just depends on what we have. Or he's not very picky, but I think the roast beef sandwiches would be really good. So I'm gonna, because it's real easy to make, and the dough turned out good. Sometimes I just didn't know if it was gonna turn out good or not. So let me put the same ingredients back in here, saving this bread recipe because we like it, and then we'll have another batch to do. This will take a little bit of time, but at least the bread machine does all work. Came outside because the house is loud. So I have just went upstairs, edited real quick today. I've got almost the video done. I'm like, all right, I'm like, that's it. Like, that's all I'm gonna do for food today. I'll finish up. I'll show you the ending here, like with the subs and that. But I think it's almost 2 o'clock right now. So I think we're gonna take a break and go swimming during the day in the sunshine. So yesterday we went out and it was dreary and cloudy, and it rained. It actually rained. It poured rain. It didn't just rain, it poured rain. And so it was just like not sunshine and nice out. So we're gonna go out right now in the pool and swim for a little bit during the day while it's nice out. The bread dough is in the thing. It says it has an hour, so I'm like, okay, I got an hour. I'm gonna go outside and swim for an hour with the kids, get some sunshine, just kind of chill out here for a little bit, and then I'll go back in and then get those sub buns, because it'll be what, 3. Put them in the pan. It takes about an hour to rise. That'll be done by 4 roughly, and then put in the oven. It'll be ready for dinner at 5. That's an easy day today. That's a good baking day today. That's a good thing. I also kind of went up and kind of planned out the rest of the week. I want to make some breakfast foods beforehand. The kids wanted to do a munchy day kind of food, so I'm trying to plan out my week a little bit. We have a dentist. We have to go shopping one day. The kids need a few things, clothing wise, shoes, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna Autumn's giving me a look, smiling. They mock me when I'm on my camera. So I'm thinking to take a little break and go swim. I'm thinking the watermelon's calling my name for a little bit, get some sunshine and just some chill time. It'll be a good day. So I'll be back in a little bit. So it has been a great afternoon. We came outside. Hold on. Okay, Maxine did not want to come out. So it has been a good afternoon. Came out in the pool and swam for about an hour and a half and just enjoyed some quiet, listened to a sermon, and then just good to like refresh and recharge for the rest of the day today. So subs, amazing. The bread, good. I think maybe I liked this one better, but maybe because I made it right. The first one, I think I overproofed it and it kind of didn't get amazing. This was really good. So I didn't put toppings on the outside because not everybody loves all the garlicky toppings I do. So what I did is I put butter on 1/2 and then I sprinkled some garlic on it, and then I broiled that with the cheese, then put the meat and the onions on it, put some lettuce, tomato, and mild pepper rings. And then put a little bit of the liquid in there. So good. Delicious. So I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a Philly cheesesteak. If I Googled it, I know it's not the official one, but it would be like from what I would make that's similar to one, but I know it's not similar because I know they make them so much different. So it's basically roast beef, okay? Roast beef sandwich with peppers and onions and beef broth. That's what I call it. And it's delicious, yummy. What a good day. What a great day. A good day to get some work done in the kitchen, a good day to swim in the pool, and just the rest of my evening will be chill. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, making some food, baking for the day. Come back tomorrow. We'll do some more cooking in the kitchen, life, all the good things. So, all right, you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.